What's happening, guys? I'm Dan. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into Hop Butcher beer. It's been a minute. So thrilled to drink some Hop Butcher beer with you guys. So this is Parallel Rivers. I've never seen this. Pretty new to distribution, at least in northern Michigan, at least last week or so. So what's the date? On the bottom we have a 12/30/24. It's cut off. And then we have, welcome 2025 on the bottom of the can. Cool. So it's the 5th of February, time of recording. So a little bit over a month old. That's pretty good. Still pretty fresh. I've gotten fresher, but that's fine. I like to let it mature a little bit in the can. Sometimes I found that to be more beneficial for these New England styles. So we have Parallel Rivers, brewed with Eclipse, Citra, Mosaic, and Nelson Sauvin. Double IPA, clocking in at 8% ABV. So this is not a small beer. We usually see 7.5, 6.5, 8. Quite typical from Hop Butcher. It looks the part of a normal Hop Butcher release. Let's get this into a glass, see what we're working with, and I hope you guys are doing well. I have been drinking a lot of hazy beers lately, like the New England style rather, so I hope that this is good because everyone I've had has been like, a 4.25, 4.5. There was one I drank that was a 4.75. Crazy. But my point is I've been just drinking excellent New England style beers. It's been insane. So let's hope this is a good one. This looks like a freaking Hop Butcher beer, man. Look at this thing. Looks incredible in the glass. Very creamy head sitting on top. Nice little bit of head retention. Again, super creamy, man. I don't know. It's a freaking Hop Butcher beer. They all look like this. It's top tier, top notch, the best you're going to get around the country. But I will say this. A lot of people are catching up to the Hop Butcher quality. It took a really long time. You're seeing the hazies get a little bit less popular over time, but people still have the desire to drink them. So what I do like to see is the competition's gotten better, so it's only going to make everybody else even better than that. So looks like your Hop Butcher beer looks great. Let's get a nose. Whoa. So it's weird. This smells like the batch brewing beer, and I don't know, it was the collaboration beer I just had from them. But again, zesty citrus, kind of earthy. This is almost like a touch of garlic, like green onion, chivy for a moment. A little bit of like slight dankness to it. But sometimes I think that's like the, green onion, chive thing, garlic, just kind of tropical fruit genericness. Subtle passion fruit peach. I don't know. I mean, like mandarin oranges, just all kinds of goodness in here. It smells a lot like a beer I just had. Truthfully, it's weird. I wonder if it's like a similar profile. 8%. Let's dive in. Cheers, Hop Butcher. Cheers on 4 too. This is going to be about $19.99 4-pack. Yeah, that's Hop Butcher beer, guys. In Michigan distribution. At least you can get it. Cheers. Okay, nice acidity. Wow, there's some bitterness there on the back. Comes off a little bit of like, again, green onion, touch of garlic, chivy, slight herbaceousness, floral herbaceousness, soily pine, nice mandarin orange. Again, I'm going to stick with zesty lime, zesty lemon, like that kind of like tart yet bitter kind of feel that comes into that citrus. Nice mouthfeel. I would say this is a little bit more bitter than some of the other Hop Butcher beers. Doesn't mean it's bad. It's just you can tell there's a lot of like pine resin and not heat, but just bitterness on the back end that kind of outweighs some of that juicy sweetness. It is a very nice top tier quality beer. Again, I mean, it's 8%. I feel like it's smoother than that. Well, it's got a nice mouthfeel. It's a heavier mouthfeel for being a New England style that brings this kind of smoothness. I feel like there's a great mouthfeel of creaminess here. There's a little bit of acidity. There's a little bit of like raspberry grape, slight OJ acidity. I feel like is it terrible to just keep rambling like on notes? I feel like sometimes you can get so out of hand with these descriptors. But there's so many things going on. Again, bitterness on the back end comes off a little bit dry. Again, counters this big sweetness. But yeah, garlicky. I call it garlic. It's the chivy, oniony, garlicky thing that some New England styles have. This does have it today. dank white grape, a little bit of like raspberry, a little bit of peach. There's a ton of different notes in here. I mean, there's zesty citrus. There's nice touches of like mandarin orange in here. It's kind of spicy. It's kind of bitter. It's kind of smooth, man. This is a freaking Hop Butcher beer. It's good. Is it the best one I've ever had? Maybe not, but it's damn good. I think I'm enamored with the drinkability. The smoothness of this beer. Again, the Hop Butcher mouthfeel, just nice honey, mandarin orange smoothness. And again, there's, whatever. You could say berry, gooseberry, raspberry, dank white grape, the chivy thing, slight garlic, onion, and then the bitterness just kind of, boom, hits you. And then the pine and the dryness and a little bit of like spice, a little bit of that spice on the back end. It's a good beer, man. I don't know what to say. I mean, Hop Butcher, again, for the win, per usual. It's a damn good, world-class New England style, DIPA, whatever. Another winner. I mean, I think it's a little bit aggressive. Could be a little bit smoother on the back end. But I also want my IPAs to have bitterness, and I also want them to feel like an IPA at the end of the day, and this certainly does. You can't be upset. Like, it's bringing everything to the table, dude. There's so many different notes in here. It's crazy. 4.28 out of 5. It's the Hop Butcher Parallel Rivers. Thank you so much for being here. Pros, cheers, Yamas. See you on the next review, guys. Cheers.